So 3 tips for being a successful project manager for your small business would be to set a proper timeline, set milestones, and document. To set a proper timeline, what I mean by that is by setting a proper timeline, you have the ability to set an expectation as to when the project is going to be delivered. So that's to say, if you feel that it's going to take 2 days to do design, 3 days to do development, and there's 5 days in a week, then to set the proper timeline, you would allow for at minimum a week to complete the project. Now, with any project, there's always issues that come up, so you also probably want to put in a little bit of padding there, maybe another day or two. Then there's things to consider such as design reviews. How many people need to see and approve the designs before you hand them off to development. But ultimately, setting a proper timeline and understanding how long things take and then allowing for the unforeseen to potentially occur is good to put into your timeline. Secondly would be to set milestones. So you've set your timeline, but now you need to be able to determine within that timeline when various things need to be accomplished. So for example, if you're working on a project that takes 2 days for development, or I'm sorry, 2 days for design, then for design you would say if the project starts on Monday, by Wednesday design should be completed. That is a milestone that needs to be met, because if it is not met, then you've gone outside of your timeline and you have jeopardized the completion of the project. So when you set your milestones, then you, the designers, the developers, all the parties involved have a set level of expectation as to when their piece of the puzzle, as far as the project as a whole, needs to be delivered. And lastly is documentation. For project managers, this is very key. Documentation in terms of writing down when your milestones are, writing down what the overall timeline is, documenting who's doing what, who's working with whom, documenting minutes for requirements meetings. It's important to write these things down because there are so many moving parts within a project that over the course of a week, it becomes very easy for you to forget what has transpired in the days prior. So having a good organization of your documentation allows you to accomplish managing your timelines, setting your milestones, and then ultimately delivering the project on time. So with these 3 elements, you are well on your way to becoming a successful project manager.